Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Common Sense Crypto channel. As with you always, this is Rich doing another video today on XRP. So I hope you're all having a wonderful day today, wherever you are in this great world. We're gonna talk about XRP. And I gotta start with this from Whale Insider. Just in, China's PBOC says virtual assets, including stablecoins, are not legal tender and related activities are illegal due to KYC, AML, and cross-border risk concerns. So once again, China is banning crypto, but this time stablecoins as well. I think China wants to push away from stablecoins because they want to keep a central bank digital currency instead. And we see this all the time in crypto. This is nothing new. In fact, usually they do this right before crypto breaks out. Let's see if it happens this time as well. Software engineer debunks Apple and Google's XRP endorsement claims. Now, I just mentioned in a video yesterday how you can now use Google Pay and Apple Pay to buy XRP. But it wasn't Google Pay or Apple Pay making this happen. It was just an app on Google Pay and Apple Pay. But people took it to the extreme. They're saying that Google and Apple are endorsing XRP. That's not what's happening here. We're going to see other apps like this as well as time goes on. But I still look at it as being bullish, because when you make it easy to buy crypto, more people will enter this space. Jake Claver says, looking forward to a December to remember. I'm looking forward to whether or not his prediction comes true. I would love to see scarcity take the price of XRP above $100. Let's see if that happens. But he's doubled down on this multiple times, so he's very convicted and convinced that this is going to happen. Let's see how it plays out. Christopher Jensen, Director of Digital Asset Research at Franklin Templeton, breaks down how Franklin is scaling digital asset strategies globally heading into 2026. Take a listen to this.
We have some institutional events going on this week as well, and I think institutional demand is just a really interesting benchmark this year. So from Franklin Templeton's perspective, how are you evaluating institutional demand at the moment in 2025?
Yeah, lots of different things. So one is kind of anecdotally with the conversations that we have, and when we think about institutional, I mean, this can be, everything from, very small institutions to large sovereign wealth funds and kind of everything in between, pensions, endowments. And then, when I think about, for instance, like the ETF product or ETP product, when we look at the mix of buyers there, I do think we are seeing more institutional appetite. Those types of products are a great way to dip your toe into digital assets. And then in terms of appetite for exposure that maybe goes beyond what's offered in those ETPs, I think we're seeing that as well. So really kind of across the board, both a willingness to be not just open to the technology, but embrace it, and then a willingness and an appetite on the asset class side to think about different ways to get exposure to it.
So is he essentially saying that some institutions want to hold the actual asset? Because once you see something like XRP and what it's built to do, it would make sense for these institutions to start creating treasuries around XRP. But 2026 already looks bullish for crypto. National Cryptocurrency Association is all about adoption now. Small Business Saturday is a reminder of how important local businesses are to our communities and how customer habits continue to evolve. Our recent research shows that more Americans are interested in using crypto for everyday spending, and businesses are beginning to meet that demand. About 1/3, 31% of U.S. businesses now accept crypto payments. 2 in 5, 39% of crypto holders already use it to pay for goods and services, both online and in store. Most 82% of crypto holders would consider shopping with crypto if more retailers accepted it. 1 in 5, 21%, are more likely to shop at stores that offer crypto payment options, a number that rises to 55% among crypto holders. Small businesses that accept crypto, they could get the upper hand on the big box stores that way. A lot more people are starting to hold crypto now. But once you could actually buy things with it, it shows that there's value in it. Me personally, I would not be buying things with my XRP right now. Later down the road, maybe I just get that passive income from my XRP, put it into a stable coin, earn yield off the stable coin while I'm buying things as well with that same stable coin. That's the path I think every XRP holder is already on. We are on the verge of earning from our crypto. South Korean crypto exchange Upbit hacked again, reports $30 million in loss in Solana tokens. I guess all their XRP was already gone, because we know the demand in South Korea for XRP. But you see this happen all the time. Again, another reason not to be keeping your crypto on the exchanges. Hacks happen, sometimes losses happen. You don't know what goes on behind the scenes at these exchanges. I stress that now more than ever. We're on the verge of a massive run-up on XRP. Do you really want to be holding your crypto on the exchange when that happens? We all know once XRP goes into price discovery, the exchanges are all going to go down. We've seen it with Bitcoin reaching new all-time highs. It's not going to be any different when XRP is doing the same thing. Has XRP finally bottomed? Key support holds as Wave 5 breakout trigger nears. So a close above $2.22 would confirm a bullish trend, while failure to hold $2.17 could lead to deeper declines. I just want to see where XRP goes from here. I think what we're going to witness throughout the month of December is more bullish activity for XRP. Is it going to be reflected in the price of XRP? Who really knows yet? Everybody's always saying we have to hold this support line. We have to hold this support line. But the chart still looks so damn bullish right now. I just want the breakout to begin already. And I think Motley Fool absolutely hates XRP. Should you forget Bitcoin and buy XRP instead? So in this article, they're saying that XRP is overvalued. They also believe people should be buying Bitcoin because it's undervalued. I could tell you right now, no retail investor should be going all in on Bitcoin. If you can't buy one whole coin, there's no sense in holding it at all. You're never going to get rich off of it. You know, they always keep saying you should hold at least 0.01 Bitcoin or 0.1 Bitcoin, whatever it is. How are you going to get rich off of that? You have a better return on investment with XRP. The Motley Fool just absolutely hates this cryptocurrency. I guess they're Bitcoin maxis over there. Dr. Jim Willey says big banks are deliberately suppressing XRP price to accumulate more at a discount. Help us keep it under $3. Specifically, Willey says major banks, including Bank of America and Bank of New York Mellon, are trying to keep XRP under $3 so they can purchase large amounts before its price increases. According to him, these institutions are deliberately holding the price down to stockpile XRP before the market catches up to its true value. He also said claiming these banks could be coordinating directly with Ripple. He believes they want to accumulate XRP below $3 instead of paying $7 to $8, which he considers closer to its true value. People always said, without the Ripple versus SEC case, XRP should be sitting between $8 and $13. If that case never happened, XRP would already be between those two price points. And I agree with that. I still don't believe XRP fully recovered from Ripple versus SEC yet. But nothing is going to hold this cryptocurrency back forever. Eventually, the breakout is going to begin. And people are just going to be paying a premium for XRP. It's just a matter of time. UK orders crypto platforms to log all user transactions starting in 2026. They're already doing that here in the United States. Uphold keeps track of it. Coinbase keeps track of it. The rest of them all keep track of it as well. That's why they make you KYC and that you go through the anti-money laundering process as well. It's all about paying your fair share of taxes. They want to make sure people aren't getting away without paying those capital gains. But there's other taxable events that nobody really talks about. Did you know right now, say you wanted to sell your XRP and go all in on, let's say, XLM. That's a taxable event when you do that. Plus, if you're holding XRP long term and you're looking at long-term capital gains, when you do that, all of a sudden, it becomes short-term capital gains, which is much higher. Same thing if you try to sell at one price point and buy back in at a cheaper price also. But the exchanges are going to report all that activity whether or not you report it or not. People are going to get letters from the IRS here in the United States. Same thing's going to happen in other countries. Coinbase to fund a basic income pilot that will send $12,000 in crypto to some New Yorkers. You know, whenever you talk about basic income and they're going to pilot this, that's because they already know universal basic income is coming. There's no, I mean, people look at this and they want it. They think it's a good idea, but nobody should want this because universal basic income, it's going to come with strings attached. First of all, forget about saving up for a rainy day. The money's going to expire over time. You're not going to be able to buy certain things with it. So say, for instance, you want to go to the store and you want to buy alcohol. Well, maybe you're not allowed to buy alcohol with that universal basic income. So when you try to do the transaction, it's just not going to happen. It's almost like a central bank digital currency when we used to talk about that. Central bank digital currencies can also be limited to buy certain things. Same thing with the clawback feature, programmable money. It expires over time. But the fact that they're doing this shows you that universal basic income is closer than people think. We're going to watch the rise of AI over the next couple of years. It's going to take jobs all along the way. And as it's taking jobs, universal basic income is going to be what replaces those jobs. But whenever you get something for free from the government, it's not actually free. It comes with strings attached. But we're XRP investors. I always said the one way to break away from universal basic income is to stay invested in these cryptocurrencies. XRP, XLM, XDC, and so on. You will be transacting over separate rails in the future. Rich people are not going to have their transactions being tracked by the central bank. They're going to want freedom money. And I think it's not going to be Bitcoin. It's going to be crypto, though. It's going to be in the form of utility-driven cryptocurrencies. But XRP is the way you escape the matrix. And until it all happens, stay patient, stay positive, and let's get rich together. With that said, I'm going to wrap up this video. I want to thank you all for watching. I appreciate all of you. I'll see you in the next one. Have a great night.